What is up, guys? Welcome back to AndyAllOver. On today's episode, I'm going to be taking you all around one of my favorite cities in Europe, Prague, Czech Republic. This trip here is my second time in Prague. I went by myself a few years ago on a solo trip, but I'm back here today with a few buddies. Let's get to the top 10 things you're going to want to do when you're in Prague. The first thing you want to do in Prague is dive right into the amazing Czech food and drink. They have amazing, delicious beers. They have great dishes. One of my favorite dishes is this beef and dumplings dish that has this amazing homemade sauce. And one of the nice things is that the beer, yes, the rumor is true, is pretty cheap compared to the rest of Europe. So you're able to eat and drink for a pretty affordable price relative to where you're going to get in most other big cities. Okay, next we're gonna explore the Prague Old Town Square. If you Google Prague or you've done any research into Prague, this is probably the old beautiful square you've seen pictures of online. It is the whole Old Town of Prague is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it definitely gets its reputation. If you walk around here, no matter what time of the year, it's just really, really beautiful. The astronomical clock, just all of the people walking around taking pictures. It is quite a bit touristy, but that's obviously because it's popular, and it's well worth taking a walk through. The third thing you're going to do in Prague is take advantage of the great public transit system. They have a really, really great tram system, and it's about $4.50 US for a 24-hour pass, and that'll take you all over the city. Just use your Google Maps to figure out which route you're going on. Super convenient, and it's a great way to see as much of Prague as possible. Okay, next up is another really famous Prague landmark, and that's the Charles Bridge. When you walk across the bridge, you're gonna see lots of people taking the classic Prague selfie on the Charles Bridge. You're also gonna see lots of street vendors and people playing music. It's kind of a crazy environment, but really I think for me the coolest thing about the Charles Bridge is when you walk out and you look all around at the river. It's a really, really beautiful view. And what's really important is you're gonna actually wanna cross over to the other side of the river and the other side of the Charles Bridge, because there's lots of cool things to do on the other side of the river. After crossing the river, take about a 10-minute walk and get to the John Lennon wall. It's this mural that has all sorts of writing and art all over it, and you can see this kind of silhouette of John Lennon who was painted there many years ago. And something that is new to the John Lennon wall is that a bunch of Ukraine supporters have written poems and posted them outside of the John Lennon wall showing their support for Ukraine. The sixth thing you're going to do is go to the Prague Castle. The majority of the grounds are free to visit, and this is actually where the Czech president lives. So that's pretty cool. And there's some things that you may have to pay for, like if you want to go to the cathedral, you have to pay about $10 US, but just to walk around the outside and kind of take pictures, that's free. And it's definitely one of the cool things you're going to want to visit. Next up on the list of things you're going to want to do when you're in Prague is you're going to go to the Letna Park and Beer Garden. You're able to get a really cool panoramic view of Prague from here, as well as knock out some delicious beers, and they even have like little snacks and sandwiches up there as well. The eighth thing that you're going to want to do when you're in Prague is check out the beautiful Czech countryside. Prague is a beautiful cosmopolitan city, and there's so many things to do, and you could spend so many days hanging out here, but it is really cool to get out to the countryside. I took a really quick day trip out to the Karlstein Castle in the town of Karlstein. It was really cool, and it was pretty to visit, so I definitely recommend that as a half or full day trip if you're looking to mix it up and get out of the city for a little bit. The ninth thing you're going to do in Prague is check out the amazing nightlife. It's some of the best nightlife I've seen in all of Europe. There's everything from bars to craft brewery type places to clubs. I mean, pretty much anything you want to do at night, whatever your style is, there's something here for you in Prague. The last thing that you're going to want to do when you're in Prague is get lost. There's a lot of really cool tourist sites that I've mentioned here that are really great to see, but you're also going to want to get off the beaten path. You know, take the train to some other neighborhoods away from the Old Town Square and away from many of these sites, because the coolest thing about Prague is that it's a really great city to explore. It's a really safe city as well, so you're going to want to explore more than just the main tourist drag. So get out there, get lost in Prague. Alright guys, that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching this video on today's episode of AndyAllOver. We got to show you all around the really, really cool city of Prague, and I'm grateful for you being here and joining us along the journey. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and pay attention for next time. We are going to be going to Budapest, Hungary. See you there.